So, it is a Tuesday morning, right? And I got to thinking about some stuff this morning when I went and did my AM cardio, right? I was out on my run, and I got to thinking, a lot of us out here, we don't know what we stand for. And because we don't know what we stand for, we kind of let our situations dominate us to a degree, right? So what I mean by that, when you really don't know what you stand for, when you don't know what you want in life, what you will accept, what you won't accept, when you don't have any clear definition of who you are, it's really, really hard to figure how to move in your situations. Reason why is because when you don't know what you stand for, you kind of just go away either which way, right? Things don't matter. Things don't matter to you. Jobs that you're applying to don't really matter to you because you don't know what you stand for. You don't really care about what the job is or what the actual purpose of the job is. All you're looking at is that money, right? You're looking at what you're going to make per hour or per year or whatever. You don't look at the fine line stuff. People you hang out with. You hang out with people. You talk to people on a regular basis. And you do that not really knowing why. Like, you don't know why you're friends. You don't understand the rhyme or reason why that friendship even exists, or, you know, why exactly you even talk to these people, because they could be bad influences. They could be not so good influences. They could be people that really don't pertain to your life, but you have these conversations with them. You have these talks with them, right? You got to know what you stand for in this life. And the reason why I'm saying you got to know what you stand for, because there's an old adage out here, right? If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And that's a very, very true statement. I mean, when you're out here and you're job hunting, if all you're looking for is money, you'll find money. You won't find a good job. You won't find a company that's going to actually stick with you, that's going to represent you in a good light. And it's not going to be a company that you're going to give a crap whether you represent them in a good light, right? Your friends, same exact situation. If your friends are bad people, and you know, you could go back to my circles video, right? Like, I don't know, probably about 7-8 months ago, back in my channel. It's called The Circles You're In. Something along those lines. Look back at that video, and that video will explain this more on a point. But if your friends are bad for you, chances are they're influencing you negatively. You don't gotta want it. It's not like you hang out with them because they're bad or because you are like them. It's the group you fell into, so you let them influence you. And because you don't know what you stand for, you don't really know what lines to draw with those friendships. Too often, we don't have lines drawn in our lives. We kind of just let ourselves go into situations kind of, I don't know, for the lack of a better term, willy-nilly, right? You go into a situation and you're not quite sure how you're going to handle it, how you're going to cope, what you're going to do, but you go into it anyway. We have to draw the line. We have to draw a line. You have to draw a line in your life. You have to sit down and draw boundaries and lines and expectations and design who you want to be, and then you can't compromise it. And the reason why is because when you allow yourself the ability to be compromised, you'll fall for anything. You'll get yourself sucked into things that you don't want to be a part of. You'll work a dead-end job that you don't want to work. You'll make some money, but the thing of it is, like, money is only monetary. People, I don't know why exactly society's gotten to a place where money has tried to, like, we try to replace happiness with money. Money's not happiness. Money gives you a lot of things. I'm not going to say that money's a bad thing. I like money. But money doesn't replace happiness. It can't. It just can't. It's a monetary thing that comes and goes, and it won't be there always. You know, we all know that. As adults, all of us at least have hit 1 or 2 spots in our lives, at least. And I've hit more, so chances are so have you. But at least once or twice, money has not been there. Money's not there. And when money's not there, you have to have something else. Like, you have to. Because money doesn't make happiness. So the point I want you guys to take away in this video today, you got to set some lines. You got to draw the lines in your life so that you know what you stand for. And then when you know what you stand for, right, you get this, like, outline of the kind of person that you want to be or think you are. Don't compromise it. Don't compromise it. Don't, you know, too often so, people get hung up in other things people do, like, you know, friends or coworkers or whatever, because they don't know what they stand for. And so it seems more attractive when you see other people doing stuff to go do it too, because you don't really know where you stand on the subject. So you're like, I'll try it out and see what happens. That's not the way to go through life. Like, you've got to know where you stand. You got to have your own set of rules. Not rules to bind you, to stop you from doing things, but rules to keep you in check with what you want to achieve in this life. Rules that keep you in line with your goals. That's what you got to do. And I speak from personal experience when I say there have to be lines. You have to draw lines. And you have to put a no on things, and you have to put a yes on things. And you have to stick with those answers. You have to stick with that decision so you can become what you want to be or maintain who you think you are. And why I say who you think you are, every day we should be evolving, right? Every day we should always be maturing, evolving, changing, adapting, becoming better, stronger, intelligent individuals that, you know, keep pushing things further and further and further. So understand that there are going to be times where when you set a rule or you set a boundary, sometimes you're going to have to adapt that boundary. Not because you want to adapt it for other people, but for the person you've become. You know, for, like, instance, a boundary of mine that I set like 3 months ago, I'm going to start getting up at 6:30. I'm going to start getting up at 6:30 so I can see my kids off on the bus. And I can see them, you know, go to school in the morning, so I can give them hugs and kisses and love them and tell them that Dad is there, you know? Because I have that ability, since I don't have to be at work until later on in the morning. However, I've adapted that. I've changed that rule. I changed that set. Why? So I can start working out, so I can better myself further. So what am I doing now? The new rule, 5:30. I'm up at 5:30. Why? So I can get my morning cardio in, so I can go out and attempt to run or jog or even a walk or something, whatever I'm doing that day to better myself. That's an adaptation to a rule that's acceptable. Why? Because it's bettering me. If you adapt any of your rules or your boundaries or those lines, it needs to be in the purpose of bettering yourself, not because you don't know where you stand. I'm going to cut this video off because I got a busy day ahead of me. But the point of it is, you have to start setting boundaries, setting rules, and drawing lines so you can become a better you. Once you start doing that, once you establish what you want to stand for, man, I'm telling you, there's no better feeling. And the reason why is because then you can confidently say no. You can confidently say yes. You can confidently walk into a situation and know how you're going to handle it because you know who you are on the inside. You know. I hope you guys have a blessed Tuesday. I hope you guys checked out yesterday's video because I felt like yesterday's video was powerful. I thought it was really, really good. Every now and again, man, I feel like when I speak, I catch myself getting into a zone, and I think yesterday's video was one of those. I'm hoping that I'm speaking, to you guys. I hope I'm getting into your minds. I'm getting into your hearts. I hope that, you guys are growing from anything that I'm putting out there. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Spread the word of positivity, right? Because we have enough negativity in this world. Have a blessed Tuesday. I hope all of you are safe. I love you guys. I'll see you all later.